Hey, hi, good morning. Hi. Yeah, we can't talk about Fight Club. I mean, you can't talk about fighting all the time. Jesus. It's not good to fight. You just gotta kind of just, well, you just gotta roll with the punches. You kind of gotta just bob and weave whenever you gotta go with it. Hey, hi, how you doing? It's Kim. I have my hair up today because it's crazy wild and all over the place, and I can't contain it. So I just thought I'd just kind of pull it back for a second just so that I can get it under control and get everything kind of settled. Yeah, I was doing a lot of stuff since I seen you last. Happy 420, by the way. It is 420. And I'd like to say happy birthday to my niece Sarah, who is turned 35 today. I can't believe my we always tells me that I'm at least 35, so I go with that. Yeah, I can still go for being under 35. I still like guys that are under 35. Oh my gosh, because they're so cute. Cheers. Here's to my favorite, Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, cheers. Another Sagittarius. Of course, if you could actually consider star signs, I am actually not Sagittarius. I am the 13th sign. Yes, I am Ophiuchus. And that makes me, you know what? And it's a funny thing. It's the sign of the, the snake. Weird. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure people were like, oh boy, yeah, I'm a snake charmer. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, I'm a healer, actually. And it's true. Ever since I can remember, I always had use for these little fingers of mine. I've always had times where you know, I played the organ, real bad. I play the piano. I got my grade 1, at least, I think. I can't remember. It's been so long since I actually just sat down and played a little bit. But I love my ukulele, so I play that all the time. And yeah, so these hands are also have been used for doing a lot of paintings over the years, and a lot of face painting of little children, and a lot of face painting of big adults as well. And all ages for painting and all ages for just having fun with these two hands. These hands are delicate and important to me. And you know what? I always like. There's people that can read palms and stuff. My palms are not normal either. They talk about like things that are strange with people. I have a lot of strange things with me. I don't have um, the proper lines that go down here. They go kind of weird over here. I don't know why. It's like my life stopped at which it did, like right about there, and then things just maybe continue over there. It says you can read both palms sometimes. So if you've ever been into palm reading, I used to do it when I was young. I used to be really good at palm reading. I used to be really good at divination. I could actually, like my nan, I could read a little bit of tea leaves, and not so much now. I don't really do that. You can't really see too much. I do have a crystal which every once in a while sends things in my direction, which is kind of strange, that are kind of strange. And then I find out later on, like inside the crystal one time, before the whole thing with Fukushima happened, I was looking inside my crystal and I could see a building, and like I say, I'm looking at like the crystal. The crystal's only like this big, and I'm looking inside the crystal, and the crystal I can see like a building inside, and I was like, that's really kind of strange. Why a building? And then years later, what happened um, with and it was like after 9/11, of course, but it was before the whole thing with Fukushima, and it was like around the same time, and then that happened. I was like, cool. That's weird, but it's no longer in there anymore. And I'm digressing. I want to talk about getting to business because, yeah, the business of getting well, the business of feeling good, the business of being who you are and enjoying what you do. So, hey, as my t-shirt says, I am an artist. I love this t-shirt. I got it from uh, Facebook years ago. Yeah, it happened upon my on my feed one day, and I went, yeah, that is so me. And I've worn it to trying to think. I've worn it to different events when I've been face painting and things like that, and I've also worn it to. I'll show you the full thing. I've also worn it to. Oh, when I was doing the art battle, it says, I am an artist. That means I live in a crazy fantasy world of unrealistic expectations. Thank you for your understanding. Now, you know what the funny thing is like I'm already living in a crazy world. So would that cancel, does that cancel each other out? Now I'm living in a normal world and this is like what we get. Who knows? This is batty. Who knows? But I'm here to help you have fun and enjoy doing art and be the artist that you can be and enjoy being in this world in this moment. There's a lyric to a song and it just happened recently. It was from a recent song and it says people are always so busy trying to search for the fountain of youth, the fountain of youth, when it's in the now, when it's in the now, in the now. So I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for being in the now with me, because it is important to be always aware of what's going on around you. So, like I say, this world's been getting vaccinated. I don't know why, because, like I say, if you've had this already, you've survived it, that means that you have built up an immunity to it, which means you don't need to have a vaccination. But for some people, that want to do it, I mean, more power to them. I'm not going to stop them. If that's what they want, go ahead, but don't force it upon me. That's all I got to say, is don't force things upon me, because what you think you know and what I know of what I've researched since I was, oh gosh, young, I'll stick to what I know. And you can go ahead and believe what you've been told, but I'm going to go with what I know. And what I know tells me that I don't have to be vaccinated because I have built an immunity to it and I am not asymptomatic. I have not spread this to anybody. I've been spending most of my time working and not being sick. And the only thing that I've really gotten out of this is knowing that people wash their hands now and don't walk around being dirty all the time, except for those that you see with the dirty masks and the dirty hands, and they're not being well to themselves. And that's what I'm talking about right now. TCB, and getting down to business. It's time to take care of business, like right now, and take care of yourself, because it's really important. TCB, babies, you got to get down to it. So I am, like I say, I'm ecstatic about some stuff that's coming up in the future, and I don't want to give too much away, because it really, 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 I am excited to think of the possibilities coming up, and hoping that maybe you guys will be able to figure it out enough in time to be able to understand what's going on. Okay. And in the meantime, yeah, this is great. This is a great thing with doing art and doing art with people. Just relating to all my 28 viewers out there, which I so appreciate. Cheers to you guys. Yeah, it really makes a difference to me, for sure. It shows me that maybe something that I'm doing may be interesting enough. Yeah. Cheers. Here's to it, and from it, and to it again, because we never know when we'll be here to do it again. Cheers. Oh, and especially if you've been paying attention to suspicious observers, you might know that our sun has some little extra flares going on right now, and some things affect things with the sun, and communication happens to be one of them. And yeah, I am a big believer in the sun creating all the stuff that we are not really paying big attention to, which we should pay more attention to. The sun, yes. Here's the sun. Cheers. Yes, so getting down to business, yes. So I'm trying to get you guys interested in doing a little bit of comic books. Yeah, of course, it's good to get a character going and working on a character, building a character, and continuing it into your future kind of thing. If you want to make it into a lifestyle for you. Do you know that Charles Schultz, the guy who did Peanuts and Snoopy and all that stuff. He never really started getting in his popularity until he was in his 70s. So that goes to show you, you can still start doing something in the art business at an older age. And a lot of people have been doing that now. They've done their career, and now they're going into doing their art now. They want to pursue their art careers now that they've done the living and the growing the family and doing what they need to put aside to open themselves up to something new now that they've gotten into almost retirement retirement age. Oh, was ist das? Sorry, I'm in my studio here, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, and I was just looking up at my ceiling and I see something crawling on the wall. And I'm like, what is that? It's just a flying tiny little itty bitty, teeny weeny little beetle thingy. And I'm really close to my wall right now, so it's like I'm looking at my wall and it's like right here, almost right here, right there. Not quite. So those little bugs are crawling across my wall. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bug me. I don't get disturbed. I don't get scared with little bugs. Big nests of things bother me. I remember one time being doing rock climbing. I was rock climbing up a nice cliff and put my hand into something which felt nice at the time until I realized that it was a nest of daddy long legs, and so I'm like looking, and they're all coming out and they're crawling up my arm, and they're crawling around, and like all of a sudden I'm like, whew, just thinking about it gives me a little bit of the willies thinking about it, right? And I'm like, okay, so I have two options, right? Either I jump from the wall and and I fall. It wouldn't be a big fall. I do have my ropes. I'm okay, right? I keep safety. Safety is very important. Or I just keep on climbing, shake them off, and just keep on climbing. And what do you think I do? Shake it up, shake it up, shake. Okay, stop. Yeah, I shook them off. I went, like really quick and just, yeah, even just thinking about it, like, ooh. There's a guy that used to come into my Avondale, and he always talked about having bugs under his skin. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder what special thing that he does. Needless to say, happy 420. We don't do that when we do happy 420. We have no idea what that guy was even doing. So welcome to 420 day. Yeah, and as I say, taking care of business, taking care of yourself is very important too, and I hope you've been taking care of yourself. I have been, and I'm very excited because for a while there I've been taking care of my ankle because my ankle has been having, like I see my tendon. Hold on, I'll show you. Taking care of business. See, my tendon has been acting up, and I've gotten this nice tensor bandage put on it. So it actually has been helping keeping the spot actually not as swollen and keeping it so that I can actually do my job, which is like deli girl. But when I'm not doing deli, I'm artist. I am the artist. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. What will they say? Don't quit your day job. Yeah. Right. And I do. I enjoy it. I do feel like Griselda from the hilarious House of Frightenstein. I'm always like running around the kitchen and gathering stuff and throwing things around. And yeah, but I always make sure that I'm very clean. I keep my hair up kind of like this, but I put a hairnet on. Yeah, it's kind of look like the lunch lady, like the Ruth Buzzy kind of thing with that little thing in the middle of my head. No. And yeah, I walk around and give people, do you want deli meat? Do you want this cut? What do you want? How much do you like? I will cut it for you. I will take care of you. I take care of your meat, and I take care of all of the salads and the hot side, the cold side, whatever side. I'm on the good side. Yeah, baby. So yeah, I have fun all by myself. I'm just like, yeah, I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. I love improv, and I also enjoy doing painting for staging and things like that. Like it ranges, yeah. So yes, if you want any more information about the great things that I do, please come look at my website at kimoverholt.com. Yeah. What was it? I love George Carlin, one of my favorite comedians with we got the old tunes, the new tunes, the blue show tunes, the blue tunes, the greatest music in town, but we never play it. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, taking care of business. Yeah, so taking care of your body is very important. Yeah, nest of spiders is terrible. You don't want to put your hand in anything like that. That's awful. Yeah, taking care of your body is very important. I have my own fitness book, which I took care of my own body. Oh, and there's a little thing from a Suspicious Observer. If you're not a suspicious observer and want to know a little bit more about being suspicious observer, I am. But this is part of this is Cat Davidson and her book, Kira and Lulu and Visit the Sun, and it's one of the first books that she wrote. Anyways, this is my Kim's Fitness book, and inside it has all the stuff that takes care of me. And I made it back when I was younger, when the internet first came out, so that I knew for some reason that one day the information would all, one, you have it good and true at first, but then by the time more people get on and more information comes through, everything starts to get jumbled and all the information gets missed. So what I did when I was younger, back in, I believe it was 1999, is I made this book for myself. I used to work at a sign business too, so I made up the lettering for my book and stuff like that and put it on the book. This book contains all kinds of information about how to keep fit, and it worked for me. I mean, look at me now. I am, it's been how many, 3 years later? 3 years, almost 4 years later, and I am actually at my weight. Normal weight's supposed to be around 120, 125. I am like 120. Yeah. And yeah, it's great. Um, Follow it. It was very good. Taught me a lot, let me tell you. And it's actually based on an overview of a book that I found called The Fat Wars by Brad King, I believe the name was. Yeah. So I say if you ever get a chance to check out the book, that's what it was called. And it has, like, I can tell you about it. I did like a very quick synopsis and made it into a small thing for myself to go through and make sure I know my sugars, my fats, getting physical, about action plans. It gave me, I have myself an exercise and action plan that seems to be working really well for me. And like I say, now with my ankle a little bit fuzzy, I'm still doing okay, but I still need to gain muscle. So I got to start doing a little bit more cardio and upper body weight muscles and stuff like that. So, but slowly it's a progress. And some people are like, oh, sometimes you look like you're too skinny. I am the weight I'm supposed to be. I am now at a proper weight. I'm eating properly. I'm eating the right things for my body, the right things that'll keep me moving in the right direction. And I am healthy. And let me tell you, I every once in a while I get a hankering for chocolates, and believe me, it does happen. And you can, treat yourself once in a while. It's not a bad thing, but don't go overboard. I was starting to get a little bit overboard at first, and I actually had Frank to remind me, just you work so hard to keep yourself where you are. Why would you want to go and jeopardize what you've done by again eating all the bad things that could ruin your progress? So again, I once in a while you're good, but you got to keep in mind, as you grow older, you're not going to be getting any better. Your body's getting oxidized by the sun, so it's slowly breaking down. And the more things that you can feed it that is natural and good for your body, the better it'll be for you. And I know that even saying this, people develop cancers. People can get sick from heart disease. Uh, all that kind of stuff still happens. It's okay. That's all right. It all is for a reason. life happens. We just try to keep surviving as best we can for as long as we can. And that's what taking care of business means. Cheers. And coffee is good for you, actually. And it stimulates your heart, keeps you motivated, and it's good for your brain here. Mm. My last sip, very delicious. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing a few things around here. Like I tidied everything up, and then I went back to work, and I got everything messy again. So I got to tidy it back up again. So you can't see that, but this place is like, ooh, it's looking kind of like messy. Okay. But being an artist for so many years, sometimes I even know my own chaos. So when things are in a certain place, I know that they're in a certain place for a reason, and I always kind of guess that reason, and it's because I want to go back to it and get back to it, and it's always about taking care of business. Taking care of business, TCB. And TLC, you got to take care of yourself. You got to give yourself a little bit of love too, because um, you work all the time. You work hard. You are in a spot right now in this life where things are a little bit not what they're supposed to be, and you need a break. You're a little stressed. That's okay. We all get stressed. Stress happens. Stress is good. Stress can actually bring you and point you in the right direction to what you maybe need to do or have to be doing. I know I have to go out in a little while because I can't stick around at home. It's cloudy, it's sunny. The things are in bloom over here. They are also in bloom over in Japan. It is so beautiful. I have a friend who is in Japan right now, and he sends me all kinds of video. Well, he doesn't send it to me. He posts it out, and it's beautiful. I love watching it. So yeah, today, if you want to, just do any kind of art that you want to. But you can always practice doing a little bit of cartooning too, and think of the character. Well, hey, like I say, yesterday I was thinking maybe a Kimmy the Clown character, something funny. But you can also make it something very serious. I could make a cartoon. Oh, I told my friend because he is in Japan, and I said, "You do look like you could be an anime character." He says, "Oh, well, you can maybe try to design something that would make me look like." And I'm like, "Yeah," because he has. Um, Let me see if I can give you an idea and kind of make it look. Oh, let me just start this again. Always good to have a trusty wrist. So I'm going to do a little bit of a live, maybe show you what he looks like. He's very, well, he's got the shape. If I'd draw him, he would be definitely dressed in black and very sharp dressed. This is it's something quick. If I can make it something that looks neat, then that's cool too. So, in a suit, it's very prim, proper suit, say. So, and he's walking. And, so he's 1 foot behind here. Foreshortening, you gotta kind of keep that in mind. He's got very cool looking shoes. Oh yeah, he's very stylish. Yeah, very stylish. He's got the hair that kind of goes like that. Um, he's very. Say, kind of like that. And okay, so yeah, he's got like this. He does. He looks like he could be something very. Don't have to draw the penis now, I just remember being in art school and be like, oh my God, all these guys and naked, oh my God. Sorry, and I don't mean to think of it that way, but when you do clothing, it's the same kind of thing. You have to kind of think of how the clothing falls and how it falls on the person too, and yeah. I mean that's not very anime, but that's kind of the idea, you know. Kind of looks like him, but yeah, he is very. I think he's very. Ooh, like what did he wear that one time? Oh yeah, maybe he was wearing this. And of course, this go kind of like that. So it's got like a taper to it. It was like. Trying to remember, you kind of draw from what you can recall. And again, your hand in the pocket, looking forward. Yeah. Very cool shoes. Very cool shoes. You can always define a man by his shoes. Is that true? I don't think that's true. Defining a man by his shoes. That's the saying. I know. Anyways, so yeah, he kind of looks like that. But there you go. My friend, if he was a little bit of an anime, if I had time to work on it, I could like make it a little bit more proper. But kind of like that. So there we go. So that just gives you an idea if you want to do anything that's like that, or if you want to do something they say maybe not anime style, but if you want to do any kind of thing that's kind of shows extreme movement is also very good. So you can use that shows like dynamics or something like you get that has those sharp lines to it. You know what I mean? You can make like a something like person here. Woo-hoo. And have one leg going that way and have one leg going this way. I like doing foreshortening too, so. Ooh. So it looks like he's falling. Ah! You can make the lines for action. Ooh. What does that look like to you? Does he look like he's falling? Whoa. Anybody ever fell before? Oh yeah. There you go. There's a fun thing to do. You ever had a chance? I come from the Chevy Chase School at Pratt Falls. I'm Chevy Chase. You're not. Okay. Anyway, so yeah. So, play with extreme lines and you can come up with all kinds of cool ideas, right? So one of those kind of days where you can just kind of, and again, because it's 420, I mean, you can be as imaginative as you want to today because it's one of those days. So use your imagination, do the best that you can, that kind of thing. So yeah, and come up with a character because, like I say, there's no better time than the present to, when you have time and you're sitting around, idle hands. I know myself. I find that if I'm left alone for too long, I end up talking to people that I shouldn't and getting myself in a whole whack of trouble. And some people call helicopters. And no, I'm kidding. Jesus, oh my God! I remember the time I was getting so crazy. I was like, no, please don't send the helicopter. I don't need to go anywhere with you. Really, thank you. Yeah, like that. Exactly. And he says, yeah. Yeah, you know what? And it's very good. This really did help me to lose the weight for sure and keep me very, very fit and active. But let me tell you too, there was an app that I had online that helped me immensely too. And I want to tell you about it. It's based out of England and it gives you the listing of mostly all the foods that you love and tells you where it places you in the glycemic index. So, say you want something nice and nice like bacon. It's like, who doesn't love bacon? Well, bacon, you don't have to worry too much about because it's not really high in the sugar level, and it's something that you can eat and not worry about. Where you come into something where you think, oh, I think maybe I'll just have a piece of toast. Well, a piece of toast is worse for you than having a piece of bacon. So if you had to pick between the two, I'd say go for the bacon. Man, bacon tastes better. Bland, bland uh, toast that doesn't give you like any kind of nutrients. Bacon gives you all kinds of nutrients, and you can put all kinds of stuff on it too. And yes, it lists everything from from the green to the red, so you know what the good ones are, all the way down to which ones are the bad ones. To kind of like those are the ones you can cheat every once in a while and have, and it's really really awesome because you can do that. But knowing what the difference is makes all the difference. And I really did collect a lot of information, like I said in the past, with a lot of things that I found online, and I put it into my nice book, which diets. I have to tell you, they are not for everyone. They are not for everyone because everyone is different. You kind of, and this is the thing about vaccines and stuff like that. Not everybody's the same. I have weird blood type. What's going to happen to me? But anyways, not everybody loses weight the same. Not everybody, for example, not only myself, but I have a sister that is already diabetic, and I have a sister that's not diabetic, and both of them have lost weight. One through doing exercise and doing the exercise and everything, and one is still kind of like, I was hoping maybe I hope they do the exercise and everything too, but and just and eating the healthy things, and that's what's important because and we lost weight differently and we gained back weight differently, and it's three sisters from the same mom, but we all carry it differently. And I didn't even realize when I was getting sick with my weight that it was affecting me, but I was having problems with my arthritis acting up. I was having problems with my stomach, and I had to get my gallbladder removed. If I would have thought about it, if I would have eliminated all that bad stuff out of my life to begin with, I might not have to had my gallbladder removed in the first place. So in hindsight, learning about it, but when it's, this has already happened, at least I know what I can do to love my liver, or what's remaining of it, because I know if you abuse your liver, you can head it into something really awful, and you got to take care of you, right? You got to take care of you. And let me see. Okay, so with that being said, and giving you a little bit of art for today, yeah, take care of business. I have to do a few things before I go to work today, and yeah, I got to pay a few bills, and take care of business. It's what it is. I like looking at my paycheck and goes, bye. And maybe one day I'll be able to say, hey, look, I got actually something that can stick around for a little while. We'll see. And I'm glad that you guys are sticking around for a little while and watching me do, as I am doing, taking care of my business. And like my handy book to help me feeling better about myself, weight wise, health wise, and exercise wise. It's all very important. And I love giving information to people, especially with the glycemic index. I was blown out of the water when I learned what the difference was of what I was eating and what I thought was good for me and what really is good for me. It's very shocking, actually. You'd be surprised, and you'll learn. You will learn if you are like me. I absorb all the time. You'll learn a lot. So anyhow, like I say, I really do have a few things to get to, and I will get to some art too. I'm always, like you see, I just did a little drawing there. I'm always doing a little bit of art whenever I can. And I hope you get a chance to do a little bit of art too and enjoy your day. And as my mom used to say, peace, old brother, with a little bit added. Yeah, I miss her. I miss her quite a bit. And on a day like today, especially 420, where, her and me and yeah, what fun we had. All right. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Happy birthday, Sarah. And happy birthday to all those celebrating a birthday. And love you guys. Keep out of trouble. I got to go. I could keep talking, but, chatterbrain here. I could keep going. Love you. All right. What's that behind you? Huh?